using the wisdom of the crowd to predict the Bengals' second round draft options? Let's get it. What is up, Bengals fam? It's your boy Mike coming back at you with another Who Daily. Look, I got something a little interesting today. I was kicking around what kind of video I wanted to make, but then I came across this thing. It's called the wisdom of the crowd. If you've never heard of it, I know that it's a psychological, it's a cultural psychological theory essentially, where basically it is the idea that a large group of people collectively are smarter than just one individual expert. Meaning that, you know, if you get enough people to guess the answer to a question and take the average of those answers, it's going to be closer to the right answer than, you know, you're just normal, you know, kind of experts should taking shots at the answer, especially questions that are kind of unknowable, like guessing the number of balls in a playpen of balls or something like that. So I thought, hey, let's try that with the draft and see, because PFF basically PFF uses keeps track of all of their drafts and then keeps track of average draft position. And essentially what that is, because there are millions of people doing mock drafts on there, what that is essentially an accumulation of the knowledge of the crowd around who's going to take who in the draft, which should give us a pretty good picture of who's going to be available, who might slide into the second round. And I kind of wanted to do a real quick kind of lightning round, 2-round draft, do 5 or 6 of them really quickly to see if we can get a good idea who might be sitting there. So here you can see in the PFF Mock Draft Simulator, I've got 2 rounds, just going really fast. Going to care for a positional value a little bit more, turn the randomness down a little bit, draft for need right in the middle. But public versus PFF board, we're going to go all the way to the public side, right? We're going to pick for the Bengals. We're going to do 2 rounds. Let's do this, because the reason we're doing the public board is because we want that wisdom of the crowd kicking in, right? So here's what we're doing. First round pick doesn't matter. I know you guys Chase, Sewell, Pitts, all this stuff. Jamar Chase just got taken by the Falcons, but whatever. We're taking, in this instance, we're going to take Sewell. It doesn't really matter. What we're looking for is what are these options looking like in the second round, right? So here's where the Bengals pick. You can see Jason Oweh would be huge, I think, no matter who they take. If they take Pitts or Sewell, Jason Oweh would be a big time slide, and because here's why. Remember my video yesterday talking about you're looking for a guy who has all the measurables. Jason Oweh has all the measurables. He's a physical freak. And you want his PFF grades to get better and better every single year. You can see they have. This would be an awesome pick for them. Looking here, Walker Little is probably going to be here every single time. You can see his average draft position is 45-ish. Asante Samuel is a little bit of a slide, but his average draft position is right around 38, where the Bengals pick. Asante Samuel, another good second round option. I know you're thinking, Mike, they just signed a whole bunch of corners. What are you talking about? But these are guys that are like on 1 or 2 year deals. Yeah, some of them are, they're younger and they could extend some of them if they play well, but they're not a plan for the future really. So Asante Samuel, you can see, gets better every single year. He's got all the measurables. He's a really solid corner. He would be an interesting one. Dylan Radins is going to be here quite often. Sam Cosme. The only real slide here, the guys here that I didn't expect to be here maybe is Jason Oweh. So let's go ahead and draft Jason Oweh. Let's run it, and then let's run it back. What we're going to do. There we go. Let's keep the same settings. Let's run it again, right? We're looking to see through the wisdom of the crowd who slides the most often down to pick number 38 for the Bengals, right? You guys are going to start to see trends here, right? Because if you do enough of these, you're going to start to see, okay, this time it's Rashad Bateman and Jason Oweh, both there. If this is the case and they took Sewell in the first round, Rashad Bateman would be huge. Here's why. Rashad Bateman sliding, yeah, he's got that regression, but he only played 5 games last year. You look at that 2019 score with that stat line, huge. Keenan Allen as a comp, are you kidding me? I actually think it might not be a bad idea, even if they take Jamar Chase in the first round to grab. If Rashad Bateman's sitting there, how do you pass him up? I mean, honestly, this is what the draft is for. Jason Oweh's there again. You see Asante Samuel. Let's just go ahead and grab Rashad Bateman. Whatever. We're not really doing mock drafts here. We're just doing this for the exercise of seeing who's sitting there, who's going to be available. That would be a huge, an A grade for that would be right on the money. Again, we're using the public board, so this is all based on, and these are going to be kind of random because because the PFF simulator kind of factors in, are teams drafting for need or not? Are they all this other stuff? Here's a different one, another guy to take a look at. Greg Newsome. If Greg Newsome slides, he's a corner, but he matches everything that the Bengals want in a corner. He's got all the measurables. 6'1", a long guy, 190. He's a zone corner. We know they're going to play a bunch of zone. His PFF score gets better and better every single year, meaning he's improving, and he's probably not reached the top of his potential yet. These are all good things. Greg Newsome sitting there would be amazing. I know I'm not talking about Elijah Moore, but that's because his average draft position is. It would actually be, it'd actually make more sense for them to wait if they want to take Elijah Moore, to wait until he's in the 3rd round. But he doesn't really match what they need as a receiver. He's a slot guy. They don't need any more slot receivers. Walker Little, again, he's going to be there most times. But here's another one, Tevin Jenkins. Tevin Jenkins' average draft position is 34.5, and I have Tevin Jenkins as the 5th best tackle, I think. Yeah, about 4th or 5th best tackle in this draft. So in a really good draft class, if Tevin Jenkins is sitting there, I don't know how you pass up on him, because Tevin Jenkins, 6'6", 320, huge dude. He's Marcus Cannon as his comp. Look at that. He's got better and better every single year going up the board. He's got all the measurables. This guy would be a home run 2nd round pick for the Bengals if he's there. Dylan Radins, again, he'll be there. Rondale Moore will more than likely be there. If Rondale Moore's there, depending on what they did in the 1st round, the thing is, Rondale Moore has that his sample size over the last 2 seasons is just 7 games over the last 2 years. In his last full season, he put up incredible numbers, but he's a little dude, 5'9", 180. Do you need a little speedster burner type dude on this team? I don't know. But again, looking at these names, you're looking Greg Newsome, Tevin Jenkins. Every once in a while, you'll see a pass rusher like Jason Owe or Azeez Ojulari slide down into there, right? If you take a look at who's getting drafted just before, you get Jason Owe at 36, Alex Leatherwood's here. You'll see him every once in a while. Even Terrence Marshall will slide down. I think this is too high. I don't think Jalen Mayfield is a 1st round tackle, but I have Tevin Jenkins graded better than him, so that would be a good get for the Bengals. So let's go ahead and draft Jenkins. It doesn't matter. We're gonna do a couple more of these, but I just want to give you guys a feel for like what the wisdom of the crowd is saying about who the Bengals might be looking at the top of round 2. Let's, for the sake of science, let's keep all the sliders the same. Again, this pick doesn't matter. We're just going with, we're just going to look to see who's going to be there at 38. So let's see. Yeah, again, so Rashad Bateman, again, average draft position of 25. That's a big time slide, and this dude is for real. Rashad Bateman is good. He's got that little regression again, but we've talked about the COVID season. It's a little bit weird. But his biggest strength is his release package.
Nice.
And really good releases off the line usually result in good separation. So Rashad Bateman is about the same size, honestly, as Tyler Boyd, but he's more of a down the field threat. Again, Tevin Jenkins is here again, Asante Samuel, Greg Newsome, really good day one. So Alex Leatherwood's down here. If you keep going down, you'll start to see these guys will be here just about every single time. Your Landon Dickersons, De'Ami Brown. You hear some whispers about De'Ami Brown maybe sneaking in the 1st round. I don't think it's going to happen. Ronnie Perkins will likely be there. But what I'm more interested in are the guys who are kind of falling out of the 1st round a little bit that we have 1st round grades on. So let's go ahead and do it one more time. See if there's anything surprising. Right? We're talking about millions and millions of drafts that they're going off of, the boards that we're taking. Jamar Chase has now gotten taken 3 times in a row by the Falcons. I don't see that happening. But anything's possible. If that does happen, big deal. They get the best tackle in the draft. Here you go. Terrence Marshall slides this time, and Terrence Marshall, we got the Joe Burrow connection. Went to LSU, caught passes from him already. He's gotten better every single year. 6'3", 200. He ran like a 4.3 40 at his pro day. Tevin Jenkins is there again. This is the thing, man. I've posted a lot of mock drafts, kind of screenshots on Twitter. Lots of people coming at me like, Mike, there's no way Tevin Jenkins is going to be there. He's a 1st round tackle. this is a deep tackle class, man. He could be there. In fact, almost every time we've run this simulation, he's been there for us, right? So you can't just write people off. You got to be ready to take the BPAs whenever they're there, and if they slide out of the first round, then they slide out of the first round, and you got to be ready to take them, right? So if we're looking at kind of a list of players, you're looking at like Tevin Jenkins, I think would be the target, right? Like you're really hoping Tevin Jenkins slides out of that first round. Down it to pick 38. If Terrence Marshall's sitting there, in this case, we took Penei Sewell in the first round, so taking Terrence Marshall, I think, is a no-brainer right there. Although if you want to double up on tackle and just solidify your offensive line, you could go ahead and get Tevin Jenkins right there, right? But the Bengals are going to get 2 starters in the first round and the second round. This is too deep of a draft for them to not get 2 starters. So what I think, what I think you should be looking at is, and there he goes. There he goes again. But the exercise here is just kind of saying, let's just do a bunch of 2-round drafts here, utilize the wisdom of the crowd, see what our options might be, and you'll see there's Azeez Ojulari, as I mentioned earlier. Sometimes he slides down. He's a pretty good option there, but he's gotten better and better every single year. He would be a really strong pick, especially because the Bengals have a need for speed rushers off the edge. The guys they have now, they don't have a lot of depth at pass rushers. So Azeez Ojulari might be, if he's there, I just don't see him. I don't see them passing on him. Maybe if they went Jamar Chase in the first round and Tevin Jenkins is sitting here with Azeez Ojulari, maybe then you see them take Tevin Jenkins instead. But look for the Bengals to take BPA. I think that's what they're signaling to us with all this stuff. Everybody's like, what are they going to do? What are they trying to squeeze information out of Duke Tobin and Zach Taylor? They're not going to tell you anything. But what I think I hear from them is that they're going to sit there and take the best player. They've graded out the guys that they think will be available in each round, and they're going to sit there and take the best player available. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm getting excited. You guys excited? I'm excited. Draft's coming up. Man, it's going to be good. But I'll see you next time. I've been Mike. This has been Who Daily. See ya.